answer, which is Janette. Hello, Janette. Yes.
Hi,
Yep. So how are you, Janette?
I'm good. At least I'm relieved. I'm
Yeah.
done with my IELTS.
Congratulations. So yes, Janette, please
Thank
tell
you.
us about yourself.
I'm currently working here in Singapore for the past 12 years as a coronary care unit, and I'm from the Philippines, specifically in Metro Manila.
Okay, so good. So please tell us about where did you took the exam? When was that? Is it under IDP British
Okay,
Council or computer based or paper based?
okay. I've chosen the paper based. It's my first time,
Why?
and I didn't know the difference,
Okay.
but after doing my writing, I realized it's better to do computer based because what happened to me that time is I'm very sick and I'm having some palpitations, and I think it's better to take computer based. So it's actually British Council. I took the exam August 29th here in Singapore. Morning
Oh,
time is my written exams, and speaking is in the afternoon.
okay, great. So Jeanette, so tell us how about how was your preparation? How long and what did you use for your preparation for this exam?
Okay, I'm actually a swoosh enrolled student because I'm from Kinetics. So it's been like since March, I started doing the speaking once a week in swoosh, but only I started doing my speaking practice like month of June. But a week before my exam, I managed to cross the post of Sir Jeff in Lefora, and I was able to join every day their speaking practice, and I was amazed by the students, and I was uh, I was able to practice well, and I managed to hear a lot of different comments, whether it's negative or positive, which made me realize that I need to focus more of my speaking, especially the ums and ah. So I was very thankful of Sir Jeff's group because a
Okay.
week before I was able to really join the practice. Yes.
Yep.
And yeah, so I started June doing the practice, but my speaking is always once a week only. So last week of, mid August, I managed to do my speaking every day.
Okay. So how about
Yes. And
your
then
how about your listening and reading? Where did you practice? How did you practice?
I didn't manage to practice most of the time my listening and reading, but I managed to practice few times using the IELTS online. Yes. So writing wise, I managed to practice at least two tasks only, like two essay of task one and task two. Other than that, most of the time I did my practice mostly in speaking only.
Okay. Okay. Janet, if you don't mind, could you please share us your scores because everyone are delighted or excited might be. Hmm?
Yeah, but my scores are not that very good because, as what I said a while ago, that day I was very sick, and I'm going to give a tip that if you're going to take the exam, please, please, please don't make yourself so tired prior to exam because on the day of my exam, I had migraine and I want to throw up already because I'm very sick. And during my listening, I have some aura that I'm going to have migraine already. So listening wise, I managed to get 6.5.
Okay.
But the reading part, when I'm reading the passages, I didn't manage to understand the passage itself because I'm looking at the letters. It's already double. I'm having double visions. So I just pray that I will have this scanning and skimming thing. So I managed to get six
Okay. And for your
only.
writing?
So I just prayed. And my writing, I also got six. But the writing part, I'm thinking that I will fail it because me myself, I cannot understand my handwriting because I'm having palpitations, and then I need to erase every word that I can't read. So it took me time, but I managed to finish the writing task one and two.
Okay, good.
So
So,
after the exam in the morning, I managed to take some medicine, and then after taking the medicine, good thing my speaking is scheduled at 3 p.m. So after maybe 2 p.m., I'm having some kind of feeling that I'm feeling better. So I told myself, if I'm not going to do my best in speaking, I might fail this IELTS exam, and I don't want to repeat this examination. I want to take this once only. So during my speaking exam, I showed to the examiner that I'm very confident, even though I'm sick. So yeah, the confidence level during that time is very, very high, I can say.
okay. Yep. So, yeah. So, we're going to talk about the actual exam. So, the night before your exam, what did you do?
The night before the exam, I already having like I'm
Not
already
feeling well.
cramming. So I not feeling well, feeling dizzy. So it's like last minute, which is not good. We should have a rest or sleep early prior to the exam.
Okay. So, you need also to prepare your physiologic, status and your mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, now let's move on to your actual exam. Um, what was your experience for your listening and reading on
Well,
your
the
actual exam?
listening, I was amazed because during my practice in IELTS online, there's some questions that we need to give 3 words, right? But during my exam, I only got 1 word only. So it's not really hard for me, but it's just I think during the time I can't focus because of my migraine. But I think IELTS online is harder than the actual exam. Then the reading, um, it's really difficult for the true false not given, and it's my weakness. So we better practice more reading so that we can understand what is
Hello, Janette. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Say something in the chat box if you can hear me. Hello. Yes, sir, you can hear me. So the problem is with Janette, I think. Yes. Okay, I don't know where is Janette now. Janette, yeah, you're back.
yes. I
Okay,
don't know
sir.
what happened.
Okay, so now let's move on to your writing. What task?
The,
What was
the,
given to
the,
you?
the, yeah, the first task is I just compare a place like a school where it was made, well, like comparison 5 years before and present. So you're just going to explain what has
Okay.
added and what was removed
Okay.
during that
So
time.
your task was a process to describe.
Yes, to
Yeah.
describe.
Okay. So yeah. So okay, I think that is very rare type of
Mm,
exam. So but everyone must
yes,
be prepared on that. So okay.
yes.
So how about your task two? What was your
Task two
topic?
is it's agree or disagree. It's like if you are, do you need to be successful in life? Something like that. So it's like if you don't have work, are you going to be successful even though you don't have work, or you must do something to be successful in life? Something like that.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, perfect. So the most important part for the nurses, especially Filipino nurses. Um, Tell us first your examiner for your speaking. Please describe and what do you think about that examiner?
Okay. When I saw the examiner, he is actually very young. I think he's in the mid 30s only. He's a British guy, and he looks very nice, actually. Yeah. So he is very accommodating. When he called my name, he actually smiled at me, and he is looks like very gentleman. Look like.
Okay, good. So please tell us about your part one questions. If you could still
Well,
remember, what are those
yeah, the part one question are the very general question that we always practice. Yes,
in the
like
group?
where do you stay, like your hometown, something like that.
Mm.
What else that I? Do you like fish? Just now the performance of the battle thing
Yeah,
is part of the question also. Do you like fish? Um, where do you usually see fishes? Do you like fishing? And then, which in your country is fishing very popular? And then, during that time, I managed to say one idiom. I just say, fishing is the bread and butter in my parents' hometown, something
okay.
like that. So,
Well,
first part, I managed to show off that I'm very confident. I'm giving a lot of um, exact pronunciation and intonation, because that's the only thing that I might have my, like,
confidence.
my speaking will be higher, and I need it because of my reading and writing result. So yeah,
Okay. What
for
else?
part one, I really show off. He about fish also. He asked me if I have a fish pet. Then
Mm.
I told him I don't have, and maybe in the near future I will try to buy a small aquarium and experience how to have a fish pet,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all.
So for your part two, what topic
The,
did you describe?
that yeah, the topic was, it's actually in the IELTS 2020 speaking app.
App. So
What
guys, if you have
this
that application or you just need also to attend our practice because that's the common source of our questions. Okay.
Yes. So the question was, describe a movie that you made think a lot. So during that time, I was prepared of all the questions that
Mm.
they might ask me, because what
You
I
en-
did was I listed all the part two questions in my notebook, and then I just wrote my what's gonna be my answer. Let's
okay.
say what movie is that? So
Okay.
the
It's like
movie
a
that I've
general
watched, yeah,
answer. You put it there.
yes, general answer, but I don't really write what I'm going to say.
Okay, yeah.
So I managed to right away answer, because I don't want to let my examiner think that I'm going to have pauses and then I'm going to think. So right away I will answer. So I managed to tell the story about that movie. It's a
Mm.
Netflix movie, and I started the characters, where it was, and
Okay.
what happened. And but the thing happened to me during part two was, there's a word that I can't pronounce. I mean, I cannot say it. I cannot. It's like at the back of my mind, but I cannot pronounce it. So what I did was, I'm telling myself, you don't have to pause. So I just explain it in a way that he will understand. Like, the story is like this, but it turned out the other way around. Something like that. The word that I'm going to say is, there's a twist of the story.
Yeah.
So I just make sure that he will understand what I'm saying, something like that.
Okay. So for your part three, what questions you have encountered?
So after part two, he asked me another
Follow up.
question,
Set a
follow-up
follow up
question.
question. Okay.
Yes. So he asked me, "Are you going to tell to your friends about this movie?" And then I remember myself that, be be make some give some emotions. This is your way to to showcase. So what I did was, oh yes, I really like. Oh yes, definitely. I really have these
You know,
gestures for him to get interested of my speaking part. So when he saw me doing that, he smiled at me. It's like the natural conversation. And oh yes, definitely. As a matter of fact, my friends really liked it. Something like that. So
okay,
I
wow.
really, yeah, something like I have to say some
Yeah.
gestures, hand gestures. So yeah, that's the good thing. I saw him smiling already. So it's like, okay, I really have to continue my speaking
Yeah.
at that at
Yeah.
that point in time. Yes.
The momentum of
Yeah, correct.
skills,
Mm,
because you're doing amazing
yeah.
job during that time. So okay, so for your part three questions.
Part three, wait, I listed some because
Okay, see.
it's a lot. He
Okay.
bombarded, because the question is about movies. So he bombarded me about films. So he asked me about, is international films well known in your country? Are you watching international films? And then he also asked me about actors and actresses in our country. He told me that, is it possible that our actors and actresses can uh, make a movie from other countries? And then I told him that definitely, because I can say that our actors and actresses are very talented in such a way that they can also showcase their talent internationally. And then I also give an example like Miss Leia Salonga, which I also explain who is Leia Salonga.
Okay.
She also won different major
Awards.
awards in the United States, something like that. And
Okay.
he is really like very keen to
Listen.
listen to what I'm saying. And then I make sure that I keep on talking and I will not stop until he will ask me another question.
Okay. So what was the
Mhm.
another question?
The another question was, um, do you think you will watch international movies often in your country? Then I told them that we also watch movies, Hollywood movies, or any kind of movies from other countries in the Philippines. And then he told me, so what's the advantage of watching international movies in your country? Then I told him, maybe for us to learn more about their culture and the people who are living in that places, their traditions, etc., and those kind of things. And then he told me that, is it possible for us to showcase our films to other countries? That's a different question also. And then he told me that, regarding there's another.
Hello, Janet. Can you hear me, guys? Type it again. I don't know if I'm the one who has problem. Okay, Janet, where are you? I think she's having Wi-Fi connection issues. But what we heard, right, in Singapore, that they have the fastest Wi-Fi connection or speed, Wi-Fi speed, internet speed rather. Okay, I don't know. I think she is out right now. Okay, this is Janette, not Janet. I hope she will return back. Okay, guys, if you have question, you can. Okay, she's back. Hello, Janet. Where have you been? You're muted. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, he after he asked me those kind of question, he it seems that he's thinking that I have a lot of content in this kind of questions like film, movies, etc. So he swerved a bit and he changed the question from movies,
Movies.
films. He changed to shopping. So he asked me about, do you like online shopping? Then I said, sometimes I do online shopping, especially, um, if I'm very busy or occupied, I need to uh, have some rest. Instead of going to supermarket, I'm going to have some online shopping. And then he asked me if what are the things that the people in our country used to buy online. So I
Okay.
told him, we usually buy, in our country, people usually buy basic needs. So
Okay.
I able to say some collocation, basic needs, and then I told them we don't usually buy things that we don't usually not using
All right.
frequently. We
Okay.
always buy the
Most
like
important or what you need.
physiological needs
Yeah.
that
The most
people
is
usually.
yeah, like the most essential. That's all you
Yes,
need.
and
Okay.
then
Okay, go.
yeah, that's all.
Okay. So yes, during your speaking exam, have you used big words? You said you had idioms, and how
Oh,
about connectors?
actually, during that time, I just made, because my strategy that time was changed, because initially I'm going to uh, say a lot of collocations, big words. But during the time, because I'm sick, I just made the conversation very natural. So I make it sure that I don't have ums and ah. I will not have pauses. I will just keep on talking, talking, talking. So I didn't manage to say big words, complex sentences. I just managed to say one idioms actually.
Mm.
Other than that, nothing.
How about
Yeah.
connectors? Have you used however or
I
over?
managed to say, but I think only in part three.
Okay, that's no problem.
Yes.
So
Mm.
after your exam, especially speaking, have it um have it crossed your mind that okay, this time I got this one for the first time.
During the speaking, when I saw the examiner on the part, I think part two itself, that he already smiling, I feel like I think I will get this, but I didn't think that I'm very confident that I'm going to pass the speaking. But I just think about the way I talk to him is like it's very natural. So I feel like I think I will get 7 more or 7.5.
Oh,
And true enough, I
wow.
had 7.5.
You got 7.5. Oh, see, guys.
Yes.
Just keep on
Yeah, I get
talking.
7.5.
And no
Yes.
hesitations and repetition of
No hesitation. Yes.
okay.
Don't be hesitant. You have to have confidence during the speaking exam.
Well, I think you have good pronunciation as well
Yeah.
and intonation. So next, this is very important as well. So it's about your time to tell your tips to all our members here.
Sorry.
What is your tips? What are your
Oh,
tips for
tips.
us? Yep.
Okay. As what I said a while ago, the first tip, please make sure you have enough rests, because during that time I am having migraine and it's my fault. I really slept very late the day before my exam. So don't do that, please. And then keep practicing, because it's not like 1 week then you will pass IELTS exam. You need to practice a lot, especially grammars, vocabs, those kind of thing. Because big words, it's always there. You can list down a lot of big words, but you can't say it in your daily lives, diba? So I think practice makes perfect, and always make sure that you will practice and look for a speaking buddy, and a lot of time. You need to manage your time to study. Not like maybe tomorrow I will study, then the next day, or maybe the next day because I'm busy. You
Okay.
have to set a timing for you to
Okay.
study,
Okay.
and then yeah, just practice.
Okay. So I
That's
think that's
the
one
only
thing.
thing.
She said like you need to prioritize this if you really want to get over for this. So yeah,
Yes.
that is very important. Is there any YouTube channel or site for your practices or you are following
I
someone?
Yes. We have, because I'm a Swoosh student, so they give a lot of resources. Aside from that, I also use IELTS online, specifically listening and reading. And then YouTube, Keith IELTS Speaking
Right.
Success by Keith, and he is very, very good. Other than that, no other things. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I think this is the best time for you as well. If you have some speaking buddies here, you can enumerate their names. So please say thank you to everyone that you want to give thanks.
Yeah, actually, I'm very new in Sir Jeff's group, but because a lot of people who really join and listen to my speaking practice, so I cannot remember their names. I know that they know me, so thank you very much. And also thank you, Sir Jeff. When I saw your post in Lefora, I was thankful because I managed to practice every day the speaking part, and then my colleagues here in Singapore that because of you, I managed to gain a lot of friends like Mom Ann, Sir Roy,
Yeah, they're from Singapore.
Summer,
Yeah.
yeah, Erica, Miko. I cannot remember already all those names. Christine, Gracie, all those people. That we have actually sometimes have time to chit chat and
I
do some
I
practice.
I think
And in
I think
yes,
they will ask you to treat them because you're just only in a small place.
actually, Sir Jeff, we already planning to have gathering
Yes.
when we
Actually, that's
when we
also
all pass.
yeah, actually that's also our plan for Dubai group. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's good.
Yeah, and also the swoosh people. I think some of the swoosh
Members.
also
Yeah.
in your group also,
Yes,
you also.
yes.
So all the people there, and then all the people who will take this exam soon. Ma'am Ann, I know you can do it. Sir Roy and Vani. Yeah. Hi guys. Good luck to your exam.
Thank
And
you.
then all the people now listening to me. Yeah, thank you so much for having some time to listen with my unique story. Yeah.
Okay, I think this is the Q&A portion now. So if you have question, guys, you can unmute your mic and say, ask your question to Janette. So while waiting, because you're not in the Middle East, especially in KSA, so during your speaking exam or during your exam, what kind of dress or clothes did you wear? Did you wear like something
Um,
posh?
no, I just wore the usual casual wear that I'm wearing, but I wear something new.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I bought as a hanky, but I'm not using hanky here because in Singapore, using hanky means you're crying, you someone passed away, something like that. But I bought a hanky that is very new, and for me, it's a lucky charm.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I do believe in that as well because for every time that I will take exam, like I mentioned earlier, that I usually buy new clothes because it's somehow I feel
Mm-hmm.
lucky for that. Okay, do you have any question, guys? Because we're just only less than 9 minutes. Okay, if you have question, you can unmute your mic. Okay. Okay, there's a question from
Speaking.
iPhone. Go. You can read it.
How many months did Mom Janet spend her speaking review? Oh, because I started my speaking since April, but during that time, it's once a week only. It's like I will just have one, yeah, once a week. And then June, I managed to start um, practicing every other day. And then August, mid-August, that's the time I saw Sir Jeff group. So every day I'm um, practicing in their Zoom classrooms.
Okay, yep. So that's why, guys, I want to keep our, you know, main group to be active as possible because I think everyone knows they have their own um, small group. But it's very important that also you need to join with other people because you can see some people that they also have different techniques, not just only in your
Yeah,
group. Okay.
Yeah, and
So
the good thing in Sir Jeff group, because different countries, right? So any time of the day you can, yeah, you can join, because some people are like in the evening, like me, sometimes night shift. I'm joining the Zoom classroom in other country, like in Saudi, UAE. I just go to their group, and then they will accept me, and then I can practice.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, Jeanette, for your last part of this interview, if you have any words of wisdom or philosophy that could lift our participants or members' spirit when it comes to this exam.
Yeah, because the exam is not actually, that's what I'm telling my husband. It's, I better go for a job interview that I can ace right away. IELTS, it's, you don't know what kind of question that the examiner will ask you. So you have to make sure that you are well prepared in every topic. Because let's say in part three, they ask you about transportation. If you will see in part three, the IELTS 2020 speaking up, there's tons of questions. You don't need to memorize those kind of questions. You must have an idea about transportation itself. Let's say, what is the transportation in your place, past and the future? What can you say about the historical building previously and the current situation, something like that. You don't need to memorize those questions. You have to understand by heart the topic itself. Yeah, and then you need to have faith in God. That's what I'm doing during that time, because I'm very sick. I'm just praying, Lord, just help me, because I need this exam to pass, to for me to conquer. So prayers also. And then you have to make sure you have time management, because we are all very busy at work, but you need to make sure you need to have time for you to study. It's not it's like one click I will pass the IELTS. Yeah, you need to go to, oh, you're not going to the war without any guns and bullets, right? So you have to prepare yourself.
So like what Janet said, that this is not an overnight work or job to do. Okay.
Yes.
So everyone, I think that's it for now. I'm looking forward to everyone for their success story. So once again, Jeanette and Janet, congratulations. Okay.
Thank you.
And to all the
Yeah.
participants who join now, thank you so much for coming. So everyone, good night and wait for my uploads. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Good night.
Thank
Congrats.
you.